Stuff's loaded in the van and we're on our way again. Happy days. Well, good morning. Hey, it's, what should we say? Going to be a grey one today and a wet one. To be honest with you, I was hoping that I'd get a couple of hours standing on my feet and wandering around a little bit, stretching my legs before the rain set in. But no. I've woken up, got up at 7, by half 7 it was raining. It's about 8 o'clock now, and yeah, amazing really. But, this could induce a carp, but you never know, do you, really? Could induce a carp this type of weather. The wind's supposed to pick up slowly but surely. The rain's going to sort of hang it out, well, today, tomorrow and everything really. So who knows really. I see myself being stuck in my bivvy all day, looking out the window, wondering what's going on really. And there we go. Yeah. Not good. So I was hoping to get a few hours, but alas, that ain't gonna happen. No action last night. Peaceful, quiet and tranquil. So I'm happy with the baits where they are. I'm happy with the hook baits as they are. So I shall sort of address whether I refresh them later on today, depending on the weather. If it's sort of drizzling like this, I shall probably get it done. If it's heavy rain, I'll probably just leave it for you know, sort of leave it for 24 hours. We shall just have to see. Tomorrow's got a little bit of rain as well, so who knows really. Obviously, so I'm walking this way, you won't be able to tell on the surface, but there's some sort of ripples coming this way, and I can't quite work out where they're coming from. There's no surface movement at all whatsoever, so I don't think there's anything sort of rolled or done anything, but we'll just have to see. Right. There we go. Anyway, I don't particularly want to get too damp. I'm going to vamos back into the bivvy and maybe do a little bit of stuff from in there and see where we go. Rightio. Well, the rain has set in really. It's a bit quieter at the moment, so hopefully you won't hear too many raindrops. Unfortunately, I've pitched up under a lot of trees, so even if it stops raining, it just goes pitter patter, you know what I mean, and randomly and wakes you up. You know the one, you've been there. It's all good fun, I must admit. There's no wind on the water yet, apart from way down the far end over there, so it's quite interesting, to be fair. But I can see if there's any signs of anything, but there's just nothing. I keep seeing little things, but we've got about three or four grebes going around at the moment, which is problematic on the front riffles and diving fish and things. The problem is you sort of, after a while, you sort of get bored and think it's you always agree, but you can't think like that. You've got to keep watching and looking. So, yeah, there's a few Canadian geese on here as well at the moment, which is something we haven't had for a while. Yeah, I've looked at the forecast and the wind's going to pick up to about sort of 23 miles an hour from the southwest as today progresses, so we're going to get a bit of wind and stuff on the water, a little bit of rain and stuff through the day. So yeah, it's got to really hope that something comes along realistically and picks up one of my baits. It's frustrating without the volume of water in front of me. I can't stick a third rod out, so I just love to wang one up the middle. Sort of like the area I was fishing before Christmas. I'd like to put one there, but I'm sort of at the moment feeling the fish are sort of held up near the snags and things like that, and that's where they're going to drift out from. I can't say for sure, you know, but I've seen more or less staring at that spot constantly out there. I haven't really seen any signs of stuff. It's where the angler was on Sunday when I got here, casting out into that area, and he didn't pick anything up, so I'm just wondering what he saw. Sort of smaller fish or something like that. Don't know. Don't know. I'm sort of slowly building up the swims, to be honest with you, to the left and the right of me, or the area to the left and the right of me. To move away, I'm just going to sort of, just start doing the same thing again. I don't really want to start putting piles of, little piles of bait all over the place. Just want to have a couple of nice spread out piles just to sort of attract them. I'm tempted to get the throwing stick out at one point and go and get some 20 mils out of the car and just sort of spread them out and about a little bit over the sort of whole of this bay, just in case, and get the fish moving. I do that, I have to do it in the dark or just on dust to prevent the seagulls from coming to get me. It's always a joyful thing. Seagulls can be a little bit problematic, but there we go. But we shall see. We shall see where the day goes and how we get on, what we're up to. But right, crack on, eh? You only but crack on. Well, afternoon. It is. Where are we now? Gone past 4 o'clock. 4:30ish, I reckon. The guy on the point to my right, which I probably never even mentioned, might have done. Can't remember. He's done his couple of nights and gone home. Steve's turned up and gone in the gap swim, which is one of the swims I looked at, but didn't quite fancy that because I've got to stick to the plan, stand as it were. I've actually seen a couple of fish in front of that swim, and sort of not quite opposite, but sort of opposite, but to the left of the swim that's been producing fish on this bank. So someone was in there last night. I think Carp Kev was in there last night. He caught nothing, and Carl caught one the night before. So I think they've sort of drifted left a little bit more, possibly drifted out a little bit more. So I think sort of Steve's in sort of a reasonably good area, I think, to be perfectly honest with you. That's what I need to do, get rid of my door that's flat around in the way. Yes, I think Steve's in a pretty good area, to be perfectly honest with you. He's not too far off where I saw the fish crashing, which isn't too bad at all. He's quite happy with the spots he's found, so that's the most important bit. And yeah, I've topped up both areas with a bit more pellet. I've put different hook baits on. This time of year I like to sort of keep changing the hook baits every 24 hours to maybe something slightly different, but sort of combination of what was on there before and something else, just to sort of, a bit of colour, bit of, just trying to sort of spice things up a little bit, see if they can sort of attract them to sort of go down and pick the hook bait up or something like that. So we'll see how we go on there. I am pretty much feeling like I'm just going to continue until I'll probably continue until Thursday, really. I think I'm going to have a look at the forecast. If I can get home and it's on a day it's not raining, it would be nice. But to be honest with you, this overwrap is not going to dry out now. Got a bit of wind coming, so if we get no rain and wind, it could actually sort of dry itself out a little bit. So we shall see. We shall see, but we'll take each night as it comes, is what we've been doing. So we're sort of quite happy to do tonight, quite feeling the love. Seen a couple of carp show, the wind direction's changed, the air temperature's warmer. It's just a whole different ball game at the moment. Today it's just sort of turned realistically, which is good. I just can only hope these carp come out of their little hidey holes and fancy a sort of good old munch up, really. And hopefully I'll find a little bit of stuff to munch up in swims I'm in, and yeah, put one of my hook baits up. Who knows, really? Just watching the we can't zoom in that far. I can, but it won't be that good. The grebes are starting to sort of pair up for spring, so they believe spring is coming, which is good to see. There's a couple of little white buds on a tree that I've spotted, just sort of quite nice to see. Things will have slowed down a little bit because I've had a frost not this morning, but yesterday, so I had to put everything into shock. But I think it was actually going to be a lot colder than that at one point, so it's not too bad really. I can just, just gotta hang in there and keep on going really. I put this much effort in on and off over the winter. I know I've sort of gone and fished that Snake Lake, but sort of loosely part of the plan as well. Going back over, I'm not going to sit on here all winter for nothing. I want to sort of put a little bit of grounding into some knowledge into the estate lake, which is quite nice. So we shall see where we go really. It's quite nice to get a fish on this bit of footage, otherwise it's going to be 3 parts of me waffling on forever, but that is what winter fishing is about, and that's what targeting fish can be about sometimes. So we shall see where we go, and yeah, looking good. Anyway, oh, look at that kingfisher that's gone on the rods. Beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Shame it didn't decide to sit on the rods. That would have been good, wouldn't it? Yeah, so I've got some rice on the go at the moment. That's just sort of cooling down and soaking up everything. I had a couple of pork pies, which is nice. I've gone around and had a chat with Steve, visited the old TARDIS, and yeah, we're all back over here now for the evening, and yeah, fingers crossed, eh? Fingers crossed. Oh, Ian popped in today and brought his dog Layla down. She was absolutely loving it. It's quite hilarious. Head sticking out the door, occasionally yapping at the odd bird thing, which is quite funny because it rarely barks. Yes, she seemed to sort of thoroughly enjoy it, so which is good. And yeah, it's nice to see him, have a good old chat and catch up, talking about our coming plans for the airfield lake. And yeah, take it from there realistically. Right, time for food, especially before it gets dark. We do like to eat before it gets dark. Good morning to a windy, blowy morning really. It's a bit later up this morning, just coming up to 8 o'clock, to be honest with you. I stayed up quite late last night because it was sort of not so windy and flat calm, listening out for carp. Didn't actually hear anything last night, but it was pretty windy through the night, so that doesn't surprise me, to be honest with you. And then I was so tired, just drifted off to sleep well and truly, and slept for quite a long time. So I think when I've been hearing the fish, I was probably fast asleep, to be fair. Yeah. So what are we? Wednesday now. Third morning. Still hanging in there. Still waiting for that one and only bite that has that big old lumpy fish on it that I'm after. It's looking more and more carpy the more and more the time goes by. Kingfisher going by again. Yeah, sort of really does look good. The pressure's not too bad. It's going to well and truly go up the weekend. It'll be interesting to see what happens then. The fish up front. Just gotta sort of keep on plugging really. Starting to get a little bit. Now I've been here for so long, I've sort of been putting a bit of bait out and building up the swim. Really don't know what to do next week. It's going to be a bit of a hard one really, because I do want to go up that State Lake, to be perfectly honest with you. But yeah, that's going to could be problematic really. That's we're just going to have to go with the flow, aren't we? Really, go with how I feel. Sort of, thinking I need to be back here, but probably don't need to be back here. I doubt you can probably hear the wind because I've got my little wind muffler on. But yeah, it's ripping through here. That's why it's sort of flat calm here. Down the other end of the lake will probably be probably white water. I don't know. I don't know whether Steve's caught anything. He's on a message texting me yet. He'll text me later on, and he's up and about and awake. Hopefully he's probably, I don't know, he's door down really. It's a bit of a swamp he was fishing in, but it's nature of the beast over there in that swamp, having spent a whole of the winter in there a couple of years back. Yeah, it's what it is really, isn't it, this winter game? If it's wet and horrible, it's wet and horrible. Ooh. So, we're not going to do anything stupid today. We're not going to move, swim, go home or anything like that. Tomorrow's the real sort of crunch day, deciding whether I fancy a sort of day at home with myself or the family come back. Don't know really. I'll just have to see. Just have to see. But it's, you know, it's looking good, feeling good, and I'm sure something will come around at some particular point in time. That's what we've got to wait for. We've got to be positive. We know this fish comes out of this swim more or less only. This is where we just got to be. The last 4 captures that I'm aware of, that's in the last 2 years have been out of here. I think previously it's come out of here as well. Sort of disappeared for a while, so I think it's very secret and very elusive fish, to be perfectly honest with you. This swim doesn't get fished a great deal. It's not a hauling swim, this is the thing, see. I think white doesn't get fished a lot, but it contains that fish, I believe. And that's what we're here for. We need to get that, you know, got my weighing scales there, all set to go. Old Sabre one's absolutely fantastic. Got my light there, yeah, my GoPro all set to do stuff when needed. So yeah, it's all there, ready to go. 2 nets, just in case it comes in one side or the other, makes life a lot easier. You don't get many double takes on here. Airfield Lake's the one with double take issues. So yeah. There we go. Anyway, I do believe it's the first couple of daytime now. Need to get that underway and going. The old coffee pot on. Well, good afternoon from inside the bivvy. It's basically rained and blew all day really. Wasn't on the forecast, but hey, there we go. What do we expect nowadays? The forecast says one thing and the radar map says another thing, so there we go. We've got used to it really. What I have done, because it was, as I say, it's blowing, it's fine misty rain some of the time, because the way the wind direction is blowing, I'll crack my deeper out there. I didn't crack it out though, I just sort of flick it out about 10-12 wraps and just let it drift. Did that a couple of times, and then sort of mapped a large area of the lake, and yeah, just thinking, you know, that I don't quite understand. I did 2 casts with my deeper and spent an hour mapping the lake. Now I can't see why anyone would personally want to actually use a marker float to do that, or leading around for an hour to do that. Think of the disturbance that leading around and the markering would do, a whole hour's worth of it. And all I did was did 2 casts and just drifted the deeper around, reeled it in, and then laid the line out again so it drifted in a different direction. I did that for an area and I covered a vast amount of space. What it did show up is, because you can't turn it off, well, you can turn the fish icon off, but it shows you where fish are. And I found an area where there's sort of, well, quite a few possibilities of fish being in it, and fish being carp as well. So I reeled the right hand rod in, chucked it out there, and yeah, lo and behold, I had a good old liner really. That was it. So sort of checked back over my you know, me recording, rewound it, found the spot, found where the fish were, sort of marked up in between where they were, and got the old ruler out on the deeper app, measured the distance to that, took note of that, and then carried on, sort of put a mark down, and then carried on straight across the other side of the lake. And this wind doing that, I might have a problem, so I've angled my rod slightly more left, which we'll see really. Yeah, straight across the lake, and took the horizon marker from the other side of the lake, and you know, when I reeled in, I'm gonna have a chat with Steve because he had a 27 pounder. I flipped the lead out there a couple of times, and very nice feature, lovely smooth silty stuff. So I'm not going to put, I haven't put any bait out. All I've just literally done is single hook baited it out there in that area. Maybe they're still there, maybe they've gone, maybe they might move back. I don't know. I'm not going to sort of I'm not going to, you know, bait up completely. I haven't got my, might later on in dust see if I can catapult some 20 mils sort of out in that general direction. I've got a few in a bag somewhere. I don't want many. Just sort of get a little bit of some sort of spread in that area. I didn't put a marker float out there, so I can't really sort of aim at that and spread them around that. I'm just going to have to sort of you know, do it in hopes if I sort of do about 20, spread them around an area. If they come back, they might pick something up and feed, and just never can tell really, can you? The left hand rod is still exactly where it was before, because I still feel that's not that far away from where I saw the, you know, where the fish came up on the reading. I thought about it for a while, about pulling off the baited area, and I thought, no, I've got to do something about this. I did something about it, and had that liner, which is sort of like a sign something's out there and around doing something. So I think the next step from that is sort of pull that rod off the right hand margin and see. To be honest with you, I did nip down there and flick the deeper out there over that margin, just in case there was a big pile of fish there, but there's nothing there at all. So I didn't want to go from one reading a fish to another reading a, you know what I mean, pulling away from one area to go and fish another area, and there's fish already there, and plus bait in this area. And this is sort of, I wouldn't say a wing and a prayer, but it's, you know, I've seen stuff out there. The bottom feels good. I said I will get those 20 mils out later, but there's no point in doing it now. The seagulls will just invade, and if I'm doing it by catapult, it's sort of like a 1-by-1 job, so they'll pick those off quite easily really, and I don't want too many in the same area. But there we go, we are, do believe, leading into the last night, but you do never know with me. If things go well and I feel like it, I might stay. If things go well, still might go home. Don't know, we'll just sort of take as it comes and take as it goes really. But there, that's the you know, update for today, leading into the fourth night. And yeah, let's hope I was as lucky as Steve. I managed to wangle one out. He's doing tonight as well, so he might catch another one. Carpy Kev's turned up as well, so he's desperately trying to get something to finish off his latest sort of video for his YouTube channel as well. But he likes to you know, have a fish on them, whereas I just do it sort of slightly differently and just record them, you know, trip by trip as it is, and we'll take it from there realistically. But we shall see. That's all we can do really. Rightio, let's wish me luck.
Well, good morning. Hope you can hear this alright. I'm still lying in my bed at the moment. The swans have just woken me up, which was very kind of them. Gave me a few bleeps in the last morning, but I'm definitely going to go today. Yeah, I said I'm doing it from the bivvy door, as you can see. Well, doing it from my bed actually. Yeah, pitter patters of raindrops are still coming down. It's not supposed to be raining today, but it appears to be. I think there's a likelihood of sunshine or something better today. I might have actually stayed, but you know, another day sitting in the bivvy. I think I've spent too many days sitting in the bivvy, so it is most definitely time to pack up at some point when this rain that isn't forecast stops. Just have to wait and see. But I'll give you an update when I'm not being so lazy. Get out of the bed.
Well, this is the final morning and the final report, and apart from the tench I had at 8 o'clock this morning, that is my really only excitement, to be perfectly honest with you. Bit of a shame, but that's life as it goes. The view is sort of loosely dry. There's a slim possibility, if you look way over there in the distance, we might even get a little bit of sunshine, so I might hang it out here until sort of 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, we shall see really. Get everything in the bivvy and everything out the bivvy, that's what I meant to say. Everything in the car, and yeah, hopefully I can dry the winter skin out. That would be a real bonus, because I'm down the club late next week. I certainly don't want to be using it on there, it won't fit, so I think something show right out there on my favourite little spot out there. I used to put a bait. Not quite, I think that's a little bit further than I used to go, but there we go. Yeah, but all is good, all is well. I've enjoyed the session. It's nice to get a pack up in the dry, I feel. That's going to be an absolute bonus, that is. Packing up in the dry weather. It's going to be quite good, really. Quite nice. It's like a slippery slope. Steve's had a blinding result. He's had 320s, so he's over the moon. He's had a hard old winter, so yeah, it's good for him. Get him up and running and motivated. And yeah, no, it's good. Even motivates me, other people catching fish. Strange as it might seem, but it does. It shows you that the fish are on the feed, on the move. So there we go. A strange glow up in there in the sky. Oh, come on, sunshine. I haven't seen you for days. But the last time I saw you was when I got here. There we go. Right, my kettle's on the well, not kettle's on the go. Old percolator's on the go, so I better go and sort out that. I've not had a brew yet today. I'm not gonna rush. Sort things out, get everything done. There's less to do at home. Right, I'll catch up with you a little bit before I go.
Well, I'm half packed away. Bits and bobs up here. Bivvy's still to go. Nothing in the thingy. I'm just wondering what carnage is going to become if I have to get a take now. I'll have to go running down there. So I have a feeling I'm going to have to walk down gently and convince them that having their little pruning spell isn't a brilliant plan in my swim, especially when they start flapping their wings around in a minute. So I'm going to have a gentle chat with them, convince them that it's probably not the best place to be. So we shall see. Bless them. Absolutely bless them.
Well, the swim is starting to look like it did before, isn't it? Nice and empty. Leave it back to nature to sort of take over. The swans have disappeared to another swim over there that no one's occupying at the moment, which is so much better to pick on a swim that no one's in. But hey, bless them. Yeah, I came here full of anticipation to go and catch the scattered lin, and I'm still full of anticipation that I am banging my head against a brick wall. However, this is the swim, and so I just have to bang my head against that brick wall until one day that rod whizzes off and it's attached. From what I have learnt, I haven't mentioned it, it does come out quite close to the snags, which is something I'm going to have to just understand, that the further I fish away from the snags, the less chance it's going to be for me to actually sort of pick the fish up. So that is what it's going to have to be, you know. That is what it's going to have to be. You know, less, well, yeah, less chance to catch anything. And, well, it will happen. And, yeah, it's just going to, well, just going to have to wait, aren't I? Just going to have to wait and wait and wait. But it will happen eventually, and I will get what I'm after. Not necessarily be this season, I don't know. I'm going to do exactly what I normally do after the estate lake, see how many bookings there are, and see where I go from there. Next Wednesday's looking really bleak for another good old dose of rain for the day, which is problematic because I normally do Monday night, Tuesday night, and come home on Wednesday. Obviously I don't really want to come home on Wednesday when it's lashing down with rain, so I need to have a chat with the wife and the kids to see if I can either I don't know, do 3 nights, maybe go later, don't know. I'll just sit around on Monday waiting to go, or not go, which is problematic, and sit through a day of rain wondering whether I should have been there the 2 nights before. Don't know. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. I shall leave it down to the fate of the people that fish the place. And if it's a little bit too, well, a little bit too much for that, I shall just come down here and, depending on the wind directions and everything like that, because I only want to fish this swim when I feel it's the good conditions. I don't think northerlies or easterlies into here is going to produce anything at all whatsoever. So I don't think that's worth the attempt. It's got to be sort of, you know, anything from northwest to southeast, which is what it's blowing now. A little light southeast is not too bad. So anything from those, it's okay. Anything beyond that, it's don't think it's a right swim to fish. You've got to be careful with the southeast, because this being a valley, southeast can turn into east, and if you're really lucky, it turns into southwest, which is even better. But we shall see. Well, I'm going to hang around until 12, half 12 probably. A little liner, didn't I, yesterday, sort of, I think it was, I can't remember, half 12ish, something like that. We shall see, and then I'm going to reel in and be gone, really. That'll be me done for this trip, and I shall be back next trip. Yeah, it looks nice, doesn't it? But there's about 3 or 4 hours of heavy rain due tonight, and that doesn't induce feeding carp in my book on here, unfortunately. And it's through the dark hours, which seems to be when the fish are sort of loosely being produced. It's a bit 50-50 at the moment between day and night. At the moment, it seems to be this swim very much living up to its name of being called No Carp. No carp and tench only swim. We shall see. To the right is Terrapin Corner, because there's a giant terrapin that lives in there as well. If you're really lucky, it comes out a couple of times a year. Some poor unsuspecting angler that fancies sticking the bait down the margins in that corner, which is brilliant. I think it might come slightly closer, or even under that little tree down here to the right. But I don't know, we shall see. But there we go. But no, it's whoa, sorry, I knocked the legs on the tripod, so I'm trying to hold it that way, so it's going to be all a bit wibbly wobbly in it at the moment. But yeah, so that is me done really. Look, I'm hooking that there. Car is, well, look, car is rammed, the barrel's in the car, all stuff's in the car. It's just, this stuff is shrunk down. I try and take as little as possible in my car, but you find it a struggle to believe that when you look at it, wouldn't you? In fact, well, to be fair, you wouldn't believe it. I look at it myself and I don't believe I've actually got rid of stuff and taken stuff and packed stuff away. So yeah, a bit weird. But yeah, I've got to be careful here. I fell over earlier, sliding down here. Be good on camera, but not necessarily good holding the camera. But there we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, see where we, oh dear, all skew whiff and oopsie daisy. Dear me, that's a name from the past, isn't it? You family people out there will know exactly what I'm on about. It will bring fringes to your mind probably. But there we go. It does look absolutely beautiful, doesn't it? Really, really does look beautiful. Oh well, there we go. Fantastic. Right, folks. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and yeah, I'll see you soon, wherever it may be. And I hope your fortunes are way better than mine at the moment, to be perfectly honest with you. Really, really do. It would be nice, wouldn't it, if everyone's fortunes were sort of similar. But they're not. So there we go. Right. Farewell.